Okay, so this project actually was very exciting to have an apartment because when I started designing, I started in apartments.
It's happening. Super excited about how the wall color schemes are coming together after our consultation, rendering, and now seeing it. It is going to be even more beautiful than we expected. So when I first came into this apartment, I immediately had a vision of how we can optimize the space, which was the purpose of her calling me. So easiest way to do that is to find a color scheme, and she told me the colors that she liked, and then how do we bring that color together to make the space seem bigger. So as you see this wall behind me, this beautiful sandstone sachet is an actual undertone of beige with a muted pink. She loves pink, but not too Barbie, not too much, not hot pink, but just a muted pink. And this was the perfect color for that. And we decided instead of having one big open space, is how she had it when we first got here, we made sure that we divided the space. We gave her this dining room, even though she wasn't sure if she needed it. She just didn't want it to feel small. But I could immediately envision with the layout and space planning skills that I have, that we can fit an eating area here, center it to this light, which is her favorite light fixture in her house, and make sure that it would be efficient to do multiple things. So she could eat here, she can have a dinner table of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. They can play cards, they can play games. She needs to shoot anything. She has this perfect backdrop. So it was very important to maximize space, and the first way to do that was to paint an accent wall specifically to create this dining room area. And you see the partition. The partition changed over time. We went from a custom built to, well, let's just see what's available on retail. And the partition served as bringing a cozy area, and you're not just walking into your home without there being that separation. So it has a mudroom. You're able to go into your mudroom, unload, unpack, and then walk into your home. And then when you're sitting here eating, you have the partition as your backdrop. You don't have to look at the mudroom, which does not have a door. So that was the purpose of that there. Let's talk about the black. I love black in every one of my projects. So I just love a black wall, a black window frame, anything trim that could be black, I'm gonna add some black. So this apartment actually has 4-foot diagonal walls, and those 4-foot diagonal walls make it difficult for people to understand, what do we do with that? Like, we need a square wall so we can fit everything into our 900 square feet. I immediately saw a moment to make that an accent wall. So let's put black on the accent wall, and let's make sure we have a chair that's gonna tuck it all in, and let's put our favorite plant, and let's make this whole entire living space around the curved wall. And last but not least, the wooden slats. Always a vibe in any project that you look at, but for this one in particular, it completely customized this home and took it to a whole nother level. Like, I want to open the door and tell all the neighbors, look what I did. You need to hire me because your apartment can look like this, so hire. Anyway, but the slatted walls, number one, they are functional. They are soundproof, so she can blast her TV, the music as loud as she wants on that particular wall, because the bedroom is on the other side of that. So therefore it will soften any sound. And the neighbors below her, she's on the top floor, they'll be able to not hear her music blasting and going off, because we've also added that soundproofing. But let's talk the design. I was like, we can't fit a wall unit, we can't fit a bookshelf, we've got a curved wall or a diagonal wall. What are we gonna do? And it just came to me like a dream. No, it just came to me, and we have an L-shaped wall, like a L, like that type of L, that type of L. But it just was like, let's put the TV in the middle of that. Let's give the facade that you actually have a wall unit. So that's how that wooden slat wall came about. She loved the materials, number one. She loved that look when I presented to her, and we needed to keep that. And how we incorporated it, I think, was very efficient. Not only beautiful, but functional. And then underneath the TV, we did wind up having a blank space. So it was like, what do we do with the blank space? So you notice that we have a bench / coffee table pushed underneath the TV. And the reason we did that was because we want to be able to make a conversation. So she has her sofa right across from there. Her friends can be talking to her and they're having a moment. It's not all focused on the TV. So you made another focal point where you have a conversational area, which is really important when you're doing a cozy living room. So I love the way that turned out, because it was a piece that she thought she was going to sell, that she thought she was going to get rid of. And I was like, no, just let me install everything. And if we need to do it, let's do it after. So once that came together, I was like, yeah. And then of course you'll notice we did rugs. So her dining room got a defined rug that helped define that space. And we made sure it was oversized because she does have sliding doors. And we didn't want to get the white rug that we chose for the living room dirty. So that gives a moment where she can wipe her feet. And if she steps and there's any runoff, it's on the black. So that's why it's oversized. Also, if you put the bench chair in, you're able to dance over here, get your workout on. You can pull out your exercise ball, your weights, whatever you need to do, so it becomes, like I said, a multifunctional space. What else did we do? We just customized it. Thank you for letting me customize it, and I can't wait to customize you. Not for trends, but for your living, for your lifestyle. So Interiornista, where your home is the runway, where we blend fashion with interior decor to create beautiful dwellings.